Hello, this is Rosemary Morgan from London Roots Research, and here I am on the second day of RootsTech, and I have with me Tahitia McCabe from Strathclyde University, and she's going to talk to me about the state of the courses in genealogy which are run from that university. Welcome.
Thanks.
It's
good to be here.
Your first visit.
It's my first time at RootsTech. Yeah. First time in Utah, actually.
Oh, your first time in Utah.
Yeah. So into most Western states, but not Utah. So.
Well, you're very fortunate that it's sunny, because 2 years ago when I was here, it was bitterly cold and snowing.
Right.
Horizontal snow.
Horizontal snow.
Yeah. So today, I mean, this week it's like spring, isn't it? It's very pleasant.
Yeah. Well, I went and acted like a lizard outside for about 15 minutes at lunch, which was fabulous.
Oh, good.
Yeah, because it's so much warmer here.
Yeah,
than
it's
in
much
Glasgow.
warmer.
Yeah. So we're lucky to be here.
We'll talk about RootsTech in a minute, but let's talk about Strathclyde first, because since I did my certificate and diploma, I think things have changed quite a bit. You're in charge for a start. And, you know, people watching this might like to know what the state of the different courses are, the different levels, and what options are available.
Yeah, basically.
I don't always know to tell people what best to do.
Absolutely.
Can you tell me what's what?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's what. Yeah, well, as you say, things have changed, because you and I started out on the same year in the certificate.
Yes. Which turns out to be year two.
It was year two.
Yeah, I hadn't realised it was so early.
Yes.
Yeah.
Glad that I wasn't year one. But anyway, that's a whole other story. So things have changed. Well, first and foremost, we now do master's level, and that's, I think, been going for about 6 years, the add-on for the master's degree. But starting in October, late September, early October, we've got two big changes that are happening. One being that we're going to condense the three level of the various bits of the master's program into 1 year, so that people can come out in 1 year having the master's degree in genealogical studies.
Wow, that's going to be quite a big change.
It's going to be a full-on experience.
Full-time then?
Full-time, yeah. Although the universities, we're not allowed to call it full-time. Because basically, to call something full-time, you have to have on-campus courses for 20 hours a week and keep track of students, and it's still all going to be online. So you can still sit in your pajamas 3 a.m. and study from anywhere, but so
people will they'll do the certificate, then they'll do the diploma, and then they'll do some sort of dissertation for a master's, all in 1 year.
All in 1 year, yeah. So basically the autumn term is going to be the certificate content. Then the winter term, if you like, will be the diploma bit. Then also in the winter, you'll start looking at what the research and how you're going to want to shape the dissertation research project. So you finish up with that sort of mid-spring, and then really have some focus time to do your research and then the write-up for the dissertation. Still having the tutor backup. The thought is that on Fridays we'll have a tutorial, but that will be online.
Oh, that's good.
And then you'll have a one-to-one with your tutor on Fridays. So
have you got people signed up for that already?
Not signed up, because literally it was about 2 weeks ago that the university said, yes, you can do it. So we're still in the midst of getting the application tweaked, and then we need to pull the lever to get that application up and running. But the course content's all going to be the same. So it shouldn't take a huge amount of work for us to make it all happen once that does. So our target audience with that is people who are doing an undergraduate degree, say in history or archival studies or librarianship, and are looking to then immediately go on and do a 1 year master's instead of...
Well, immediately, or... Because I always recommend to young people that they get some work experience under their belt first before going to do a master's, but...
Immediately, not 20 years later,
got you.
Immediately is the elastic term.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So.
And you mentioned something about a summer institute?
Yeah. So when I come over to the States, I look in envy at all of the 1 week institutes that happen over here. And there's a couple of things that happen in the UK through Society of Genealogists and the University of Cork do their great...
I didn't know about that one.
Yeah, good week-long on Irish research.
Okay.
I think that's been going for about 2 or 3 years now. Not really sure.
I knew about the Society of Genealogists.
But so I thought, well, it's something that we should do, because I get approached by alumni saying, now what?
Oh, to keep refreshed?
To keep refreshed.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah. It's not going to be for credit. Okay, well, let me back up. So it's going to be a 5-day on-campus experience. So you can either, this inaugural year, I'm going to have 2 5-day tracks. So one track all about genetic genealogy and how to use it in your professional life as a genealogist. So Allie McDonald is going to take the spearhead on that. We've got a couple of other people.
Oh, well, that's fantastic.
Yeah,
that's starting this
so
summer?
Exciting. Starting this summer. It's the week that goes June into July. So it's the 29th of June, 3rd of July.
Is that on your website already?
It's not yet.
But it will be soon.
It will be, I hope, in the next week or two.
Okay.
Yeah, again, literally.
And then the second track?
Then the second track, William Spencer from the National Archives is going to come up and do a 5-day long British military resources intensive for us, looking at all things British military research for genealogists. Then, the other plan is to have a number of one-day courses running in that week. So we're going to have 1-day Irish. Chris Payton's going to come and talk about some Irish research for a day.
Well, to the same people?
No. So you'd have to choose. You'd have to choose either to do 5 days of genetic genealogy or the British, or But the thought is, if it goes well, we'll start doing it every summer.
Okay.
So. Yeah.
Well, that sounds very exciting.
I'm really excited. I'm really hoping it's gonna be a good fit. So.
Now, we mentioned earlier this is your first trip to RootsTech.
Yeah.
We're going to have to wind up in a minute.
Okay.
But how is it going? Because you're here to man the stand, right? The booth, as they call it.
The booth, yes, the table.
How's it going?
It's been phenomenal, actually, I have to say. I'm Who Do You Think You Are is our main sort of place that we go to talk to potential students.
Yes.
And
How does it differ? How does it differ?
It's different in that, Well, RootsTech, there's so many more courses and talks that happen concurrently. And the expo is important, but it's not the primary focus like it is at Who Do You Think You Are?
Right. Yeah.
So to me, that's the major difference.
Okay, but you're still getting enough people.
Yeah. And I have to say, I got as many names yesterday here as I usually do at a day at Who Do You Think You Are?
Oh, really?
Now, we've got slightly fewer names today. Things just wax and wane, but I've talked to a lot of interested people. Okay. So I'm really. So
it's definitely worth coming.
Definitely worth coming.
And you've had a great time.
I've had a great time.
Except you don't get to go to all the talks.
No, that's it. It's a very different experience for me than
you need to bring 2 or 3 of you.
Absolutely. Next year.
Replicate yourself.
Yeah.
and then you'll get to enjoy some of it. But, Okay, well, it's been lovely to see you, and I hope you managed to get some enjoyment from the rest of the RootsTech.
Yeah. Thank you.
And
you too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely to see you.
Thanks.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks. Bye.